Well, did you know that Tulsa is the school bus capital of the world? Based on volume, it is and will be for decades to come after a new 20-year agreement was signed between the city and the Navistar Corporation to keep the facility in Oklahoma. At times, those negotiations were public and contentious. But now everybody's happy and hard at work. At the mile-long, 1 million square foot IC bus plant near the Tulsa airport, this happens every 8.5 minutes. A made-to-order, state-of-the-art school bus rolls out of the facility, ready for delivery both home and abroad.
Our volume is about 12,000 to 13,000 depending on the market a year. We currently are running 68 a day. Typically through the summer, our max rate is 74.
74 buses per day, and they all begin the day the same way.
We start off with some flat sheet stock, runs through the roll forming machines at multiple locations. After we do that, that's the basic floor of the body.
Michael Catlett manages quality control along the production line.
Once the front and rears get installed, it goes to what we call the skins department. That's the side sheets.
IC Bus produces two basic models that typically cost about $100,000, but fully tricked out, they can run as much as $500,000 apiece.
There's 3 large manufacturers of school buses, and we are currently #1 in market share, right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma. That makes me happy.
Plant manager Rodney Tharp has worked his way up through the ranks since joining the company 20 years ago. The facility is owned by the city of Tulsa and leased to IC's parent company, Navistar. It was originally built in 1941 to boost America's war effort.
The history behind the facility itself, the B-24 bombers that were built here, manufacturing that was here, the aircraft industry, now the bus industry. To have a bus go out every 8.5, 9 minutes, 4 days a week, 10 hours a day, year after year after year, that's a lot of business, that's a lot of buses, that's a lot of kids being transported, and we take pride in that.
Randy Coleman has worked here 19 years. The average employee has been here 6.5 years. They earn between $18 and $32 per hour. And with 1,600 employees in all, that's $60 million annually in direct income. So when negotiations on a new deal between the city and Navistar bogged down in April, it was a very big deal to these UAW workers.
I kind of got upset. I kind of got mad. You don't mess with people's work. Sorry. That's 1,600 people who depend on this job to make a living for their family. You don't mess with that.
You can see why Candy's nickname is Mama Bear.
People in the plant have called me that for a few years, so one of my co-workers, instead of putting Candy on my badge, he got me the name Mama Bear. The people out on the floor know that I'm someone they can go to for help.
And that includes 38 employees from the Bridges Foundation.
It's an organization for special needs adults, operators that are individuals that wouldn't have a job elsewhere. They're here from about 8 in the morning till about 3 in the afternoon. And they do quite a phenomenal job for everything that we have here at the facility.
The plant's impact extends far beyond its 125-yard width. Each year, IC Bus purchases $750 million worth of parts and supplies from other Oklahoma businesses.
We use about 100 different Oklahoma-based suppliers. We have actually a new supplier moving from Indiana into Oklahoma, Tulsa, just right down the road, that is setting up a facility, just to service us seats.
We're going to paint the inside as well as the outside all in our system. Paint booth holds about 14 units from start to finish.
Back to the assembly line as Mike Catlett explains the final stages of construction.
Make its way up to body drop. We'll have a giant hoist crane pick it up, drop it on the completed chassis, and then it heads its way down the finish line for the driver's area compartment to get finished off.
And as you can see, almost all of the work is done by humans. There is some automation on the assembly lines, but not much.
We take a lot of pride in what we make, a school bus, because what we do, a lot of people trust the school bus for transportation for their children, so we take a lot of pride in our business and what we do to keep the kids safe.
At the end of the day, we're fist bumping and saying, attaboy, we cranked off another 68. That was built right here in Tulsa, Oklahoma by, the folks that we all love and grew up with. And there's a pride here to that. And, you know, I want to share that pride with Oklahoma.